Hello friends, Clage back with another Punishing Grey Raven video today, and I want to talk about some news we have for the upcoming Global Sync patch, as well as discussing the two new banners that dropped over the weekend. These are unique 100% rate up banners, and if you're a newer player that just started with the Global Sync, or you're not super familiar with PGR's banner system outside of each new character going up with their patch, 100% rate up banners are very rare in this game for the characters that are not the brand new newest characters in the patch. So we do not get these very often. Typically we get one in the middle of summer with the patch that would usually be the anniversary patch for the Chinese server, but would fall in the middle of the year for us. That's obviously going to change now with the global sync, but we would typically get one there, and then usually one somewhere in the wintertime around the holidays as well. It's not always that, but obviously there are not a lot of chances to get older characters at 100% rate up. That is a very rare opportunity in PGR, and we have two of those banners up right now. So I want to go over what these banners have, how they work, and if you should bother even looking at them, let alone polling on them. Before we go over the two banners real quick, I do want to mention that we just found out over the weekend that our next global sync patch is going to be another triple patch, not a double patch, which actually really surprised me. They had a very easy way to make sure we didn't have to do two paid S ranks in a single patch, but they apparently really want to get us caught up ASAP. So next patch is going to have both our new fire attacker, Lucia Pyrath, and also our new lightning tank in Nanami Star Trail. So just keep that in mind that we have two paid S ranks coming next month. So consider your black cards even more valuable than they would normally be, because that's going to be a lot of stuff to get built and pulled next month if you're planning on getting both those characters, as you should, planning on getting their weapons or their cubs or any other, accessories for them. So just keep in mind we have another massive triple patch coming down the pipe very soon. So consider that heavily before you decide to pull on these two banners. So let's go over these two banners real quick and whether or not they're worth your hard-earned black cards. First off, we have the early summer special target. As always, both of these banners have their Fate versions. Do not pull on these. These are the same as every other Fate banner. It is not worth the slight increase in getting a construct early to trade off and put your pity all the way up to 8,100 pulls. It's never worth it. There is no reason to ever pull on Fate banners. You probably know this by now. Every PGR content creator will tell you this till they're blue in the face. But just as a reminder, don't use the Fate versions of these banners if you decide to pull. So, a couple special notes about this banner, and actually both banners. One, pity on these banners will only roll over to another banner of the same exact name. So if we don't see another early summer special target banner, if you have any pity on this, say you don't get the character you want or you don't go all the way, it will not roll over unless this exact banner comes back. The next 100% rate up banner probably will not care about this pity. So if you intend to pull on either of these, prepare to go the distance. Do not leave pity sitting around, because there's a very good chance you won't be able to use it for a very long time, if ever. So just something to note. With this one, we have a couple things going on. One, the pulls are discounted to 180 down from 250, so to go to pity you would only need 10,800 cards as opposed to the usual 15,000, so that is a notable discount. And with this banner, you're allowed to select any of the constructs on here to be the 100% rate up construct, and you can switch it whenever you like. So that is a big benefit of this banner. Now let's talk about why you just shouldn't pull on this period. Every character on this banner, except for 4, are already retired. They have already been replaced by a different character in their role who does it far more efficiently than they do. And 2 of the ones that aren't retired, that being Vera Garnet and Selena Capriccio, both have replacements coming. And now we know that Vera Garnet's replacement is coming literally in the next Global Sync patch. That leaves the only 2 constructs on this banner worth even considering at all are Imperia and Karina Nashir. Both these characters can be obtained for free through the voucher store or through the Battle Pass shards if you buy the Battle Pass. There is absolutely zero reason to spend black cards on this. These characters can be gotten for free. They are not the linchpin in their teams. Liv is still a very good amplifier. She is still the go-to amplifier for both the Fire and the Nihil teams. So she has value, but you can get her for free. There's just no justification pulling on this banner. I'm not going to talk much more about it, but the only way you would ever pull on this banner is if you are a Giga Whale trying to get, say, Karenina or Liv to Triple S+, and this is a way for you to streamline it without waiting on bad vouchers or Battle Pass shards. But any of y'all out there who just started, or you're a newer player, or anything else, just don't. This is the bait banner. This is the bait banner. There is nothing worth pulling. The discounted rate does not make it worth it. These two can be gotten for free. Everyone else is either retired or about to be retired. So this is an easy skip banner. Just pretend this one doesn't exist. The Wishing Target, on the other hand, does have a lot more going for it for all players, regardless if you're free to play or if you're a newer or even a veteran player. So the difference with this one, the pull cost is the standard 250 per pull, so you'll have to go to 15,000 if you go all the way to Pity, if it takes 60 pulls. The other important thing, you can only select one of these constructs to be your 100% rate up character. Once you select it and get it rolled, you're locked in. You cannot switch after that. So let's go over the characters on this banner in order and discuss if they're worth pulling. So Bianca Stigmata is still the meta attacker on the physical team for a few more patches. However, her replacement is coming, and she's already been usurped as the main DPS by Han Ying, as we've discussed during this Soaring Beyond patch. We also get a free copy of Bianca down the road here when she gets her leap upgrade, so absolutely no reason to pull her off this. You can skip her. Lee is getting replaced literally next month when Lucia Pyrath drops. He will be going to the bench. Absolutely no reason to pull him. So the only reason you would pull Lee at 100% rate up is if he is your boy and you really, really want him on the squad and don't have him, then by all means go for it. But just know that his slot on the Fire team ends effectively next month. Isla, much like Alyssa and Liv, can be gotten for free in the voucher in the dorm shop. Absolutely no reason to pull her here. Crimson Weave and 21 Feral are a bit more interesting. These characters cannot be gotten for free. However, later this year in one of the Global Sync patches, we will be getting a copy of both 21 Feral and Crimson Weave for free. So I can't in good faith say you should be pulling either of these characters from this banner. We get them for free. Crimson Weave also gets a leap. So really no reason to pull on either of them unless you are just really struggling with your Lightning team and you have everyone else on this banner. Then if you have the extra cards and you want to guarantee a 100% copy of one of these two characters to shore up your Lightning team, feel free. Just do note that next month, Feral basically becomes completely off-field thanks to our new Lightning tank and Nanami, and Crimson Weave becomes a sub-DPS, not the main DPS. So, again, I can't say these are worth getting unless you have absolutely no one else on this banner and you have the black cards to spare. Alyssa, also another amplifier, can be gotten in the dorm and the voucher shop for free. No reason to pull her here. That leaves us with the big four of this banner. Our last four characters before the Soaring Beyond: so Lamia, Watanabe, Chu, and Luna Oblivion. If you are a newer player and you were getting your account going during the start of Global Sync and you missed any of these four characters, it is absolutely worth it if you can afford it and not cost yourself the ability to roll our two new S ranks in the next batch. Feel free to go after one of these. All of these characters are still extremely important in their respective teams. Watanabe won't carry the Fire team's damage after next month, but he is still the premier tank for the Fire team and still the premier tank for the Nihil team, so he still has a boatload of value. Lamia, obviously the Dark attacker. Her team will be getting a buff with the new Dark amplifier later this year. She is still the linchpin of that team. If you miss her, she is absolutely worth pulling. Same with Chu and Luna. They are the linchpins of their teams. They are brand new characters. These characters have very, very long lives ahead as being the meta character in their role. So you absolutely can justify pulling on one of these. Just remember that you only get to pick one. So think very hard and carefully if you're going to roll on this banner. And again, please make sure you're going to have enough resources for our next patch. That next patch is going to be very, very important. 2 paid S ranks is no joke. So make sure you're saving black cards diligently with that going on. But if you're torn on who to pick, if you missed multiple of these characters, my honest suggestion to you is to start in the front and go back. Luna is the newest of the characters on this, which means she theoretically has the longest lifespan ahead as being the meta character in her role. So if you don't have Luna, she's an excellent thing to pull off this. If you don't have Chu, she is excellent. You know, so on and so forth. I would really only pull one of these 4 off this banner if you opt to use it. And again, only do this if you are positive this will not impact you pulling on next month's banners for Lucia Pyroath and Nanami Star Trail. Those 2 characters are going to be busted. They are going to carry their respective teams going forward, and you're going to want both of them, I promise you. So that pretty much sums it up for the 2 banners. Again, the summer special target, this is Bait City. You can just safely ignore this. It doesn't matter if you're free to play or a Giga Whale, and if you're a Giga Whale, you don't need my advice on what to do with your hard-earned money anyway. And as for the wishing target, again, the big 4 that I showed are all worth considering. Judge based on your account who's going to give you the most value. If there's one of those 4 characters you wanted, but you haven't had a chance, this is an excellent time to get them because, again, 100% banners do not come around often in this game. So if you can bolster up your account by using it, it's very much a justifiable reason. That's going to cover this one. I wanted to keep it short, but I know people are going to have questions on these banners. Again, reminder that this pity will not carry over to other 100% banners. It will only carry over to the exact banner named Wishing Target. So just, if you're going, go the distance. Don't halfway this one. You will regret it later on. If you have questions or you want some advice on who you should consider pulling off these banners, feel free to ask down in the comments. I'm more than happy to try and give my best advice on who would work best for you. And yeah, that's going to do it. So plenty more stuff coming. We clearly have a lot to prepare for with a new patch. I definitely did not expect it to be a triple, but we're going. The global sync waits for no man. So that'll do it for now. Thank you as always for all the support. If you want to like, subscribe, do all the fun YouTube stuff, please feel free. It does help the channel out and keeps the PGR content rolling. But that's going to do it. Y'all take care. And if you do decide to pull on the wishing target, best of luck in getting an early pull. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace for now.